Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with another review, and today I have the UHD-WPE165-K HDMI extender kit from our good friends over at Orei. This product allows you to very easily share all of your HDMI media content with a second location up to 50 meters away over a single Cat5e or Cat6 LAN cable. The product also fully supports 4K media and is both HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.2 compliant. The product also features power over cable technology, which means the minute you plug in the receiver unit, all the power required for the transmitter is sent over that same LAN cable. And the transmitter is incredibly unique because it's shaped to fit perfectly into a wall box. It also features dual inputs, both USB-C and HDMI, which makes it incredibly easy to connect up a laptop, a game console, or even a tablet to send that media to your remote location. Now, as part of this review, I'd like to start with an unboxing of the product just to show you all the components that are included with the kit, and then I'll take a closer look at the transmitter and the receiver module and explain the connections you'll need to make to use it with your own equipment. And finally, I'll come back again and point out a few key things that really separate this from a lot of the other HDMI extender kits on the market. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find the transmitter module and the receiver module, a single 12-volt, 1-amp power supply, and this gets plugged into the receiver module. You'll find mounting kits for the transmitter module. It's got a nice faceplate to put it in a wall outlet. There are brackets to mount the receiver module up off the ground and out of the way, as well as screws to mount this into a wall outlet and put that cover on the front of it. You'll find a warranty card and a full instruction manual as well that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and other information you'll need to understand about the product to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at both of these modules, and then I'll come back and point out some of the cool features that Orei has built into this product. Inside the kit, you'll find both a transmitter module and a receiver module, and I'll start with the transmitter module. The unit was designed to fit perfectly into a standard wall box in your home, which makes for a very neat installation. On the front of the unit's where you'll make your connections. On the very bottom, you'll find two USB-C ports. The one on the right connects to whatever media device you'd like to share with your remote location. The one on the left can be connected to an external power supply that will actually power or charge whatever device you have connected here through the transmitter. So if you connect your laptop up here and connect your laptop charger here, it will actually charge the laptop while you're sharing the content. Above that is a full-sized HDMI port. That's the second media connection. Above that, you'll find three indicator LEDs: power, HDMI, and USB-C. The power indicator will come on after you've plugged in the receiver and connected up the LAN cable. Because this system uses power over cable, once that receiver module is powered up, the power required for this to operate is sent over the LAN connection. Once that power is applied, this will go through a power on self-test to check all the electronics inside. Once it passes that test, it'll light that LED, letting you know it's ready to use. The two indicators below that let you know which of the two inputs is currently active, and you can select between them by tapping the source button. So if the USB-C is active, that'll be on. If the HDMI is active, that one will be on. Around the back of the unit is where you'll make your LAN connection, and again, that's a Cat6 cable between the transmitter module and the receiver module, and below that is a micro USB port that's used for updating the firmware on the transmitter if needed down the road. If the company ever releases new firmware to improve features or fix bugs, you can connect a micro USB cable from here to your computer, move the firmware file over to the transmitter to complete that upgrade. The receiver module features a full metal enclosure, which makes it really durable and actually helps to minimize outside interference from causing any issues internally with the electronics. On either end, you'll notice ventilation, slots cut into the side to keep it at a very comfortable temperature. On the one end, you'll find the other LAN port, and that's the other end of the Cat6 cable from the transmitter, plugs in right there. Next to that, you'll find a service port. Again, that's for updating the microcode on this unit. If that's changed later on, you'll connect the micro USB cable from here to your computer, push the firmware file over to complete the upgrade. To the right of that is an infrared in port. This unit allows you to send infrared remote control signals from the remote location back to the transmitter to actually control the content you're watching. If you're using an infrared blaster kit, you'll plug it in right there. This is a DC power port, and that's used with the included power supply. You'll plug the power supply into the wall, plug the barrel connection in here, and that's all the power you'll need to operate the product. On the other end, you'll find an HDMI port. That's the HDMI out connection. You'll connect this with a standard HDMI cable to whatever monitor you'd like to enjoy the content at that remote location. That's pretty much it. On the bottom are a couple of mounting holes you can use with the included bracketing kit if you decide to mount this up off the ground and out of the way. I hope that closer look was helpful. Now here are a few key things to keep in mind when you're comparing this Orei HDMI extension kit to others you may be considering. The first thing, and probably most obvious thing, is the shape of the transmitter module. Orei built this to perfectly fit into a standard wall box in your home, which will greatly simplify your wiring, because normally an HDMI extension kit has a transmitter module and a receiver module that look just like this. They're small black boxes, and they work okay, but typically in your media center, that box is laying on the floor with wires all over the place, and by being able to mount this inside of a wall box, you eliminate all those wires laying on the ground, and it just makes a much cleaner installation. And Orei's giving you access to everything you need right on the front of the module. You'll find a USB-C port right here for your first media connection, maybe a tablet, a phone, or a laptop, and a full-sized HDMI right here that you can use to connect the second media device, maybe a game console or a DVD player. And the button you need to switch between those two media devices is right here on the front as well, so you can easily select which of those media devices is sent to your remote location. In addition to that, they've built power over cable technology into the solution, which allows you to plug in the receiver module, and all the power required for the transmitter module is sent over that same LAN connection, which means you don't need a power supply at the primary side. It also is incredibly easy to connect up because that connection topology between the primary and secondary site is a single Cat5e or Cat6, and most homes today are wired for that type of LAN connection. Another key thing is it supports 4K content with both HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.2, so you'll know any media content you want to play from that primary side. You won't have any issues with copy protection or resolution issues transmitting it to the remote location. And the last thing I want to mention is normally an HDMI extension kit like this is a one-to-one relationship, meaning you have one media device on this end to a single monitor on the other end. This one is a dual input, and again, a USB-C or HDMI connection to the front, and you can easily select between those two media devices, so it almost acts like a switch as well as an HDMI extender all in one unit, which is really a benefit. And that's pretty much all I had for today. So hopefully you found this review helpful. And until next time, stay nerdy.